Okay. Now, Mo, another season ready to begin. What's the feeling going in for you?
Oh, it's a great feeling going into that senior season. I'm just going to enjoy every moment of it. Can't wait. I'm glad to be out here with these guys. We're working hard. We're going to work hard every day. We're going to take it one day at a time and just come out here and get better.
What did you think about day one today?
I felt like we were flying around. Guys still learning the process, and that's our job as older guys and vets to teach those younger guys the process. And we just got to keep coming out here every day with that same intensity and flying around.
Just also as a returner, how much does it help you guys hit the ground running better when you're familiar with your quarterback? Obviously, full year with both of you kind of building that rapport already. Does that help you kind of pick things up a little more for this fall?
Yes, sir, definitely. You kind of already got that chemistry, but at the end of the day, you still got to build and get better at the end of the day. Every day you come out, you got to get better at the end of the day. So we got to keep building on that chemistry.
Also, last year's playoff run and playoff experience, how much hungrier does that make you guys, or does that kind of add to the desire you guys have coming into the camp?
Oh yeah, it makes us a lot more hungry. At the end of the day, we got to still take it one game at a time, and that's what matters. But at the end of the day, we've been there, so we want to get past that. We got to take those extra steps to get past that.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, JB, another season coming up. What's the focus you feel like you need to take into this season?
Just come out every day and just work. Just try to improve from the day before. Try to make everybody else on the team better. And just try to make sure the receiving corps is ready.
Already having that experience with Braxton the last couple of years, how much does that help you coming into camp and just kind of knowing how each other operates already, not having to learn that during camp?
Man, it helps a lot. Braxton's constantly improving, so you got to stay up with Braxton and keep improving just how he does.
Just for your own personal sake, how's your health been? How the rehab process, and you feeling like you're about full strength and ready to go again?
Oh yeah, they did a great job taking care of me during the summer and making sure I was doing my therapy and making sure I was good. I feel pretty good, honestly.
How excited are you for this season?
Oh man, I can't even describe it, man. We talk about it every day. I dream about it, man. It's been a long time since I've been out here, it seems like.
What were your thoughts on the way today went day one?
It came out, we had a lot of energy. We just got to make sure that energy carries over until tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Can't have one day with energy and the next without.
Well, Jordan, first off, how excited are you for this season?
Very excited. I'm excited that the time for camp is finally here. Get to put on some pads here soon, get going.
What were your thoughts on just the way day one went for you guys today?
I think day one went pretty well. We just did some basic stuff, so just good to have some energy flying around.
A year, you got a couple reps here and there throughout the year last year, probably an extended role for you this year. How much are you looking forward to getting a chance to improve on your experience and your playing time as the fall gets underway?
I'm very excited for my role coming in the fall. I got a little bit of experience in the spring, and I'm just excited to step into my new role.
And how much does it help already having that familiarity with Braxton? Obviously, him kind of establishing himself last year as a starter and then coming in wholeheartedly this year. Is that to make it a little bit easier already, kind of knowing how he works and how he thinks?
Yeah, it's really easy to get to work with Braxton, and he's a cool guy, and he's always just putting himself out there, getting to know each guy on the team.
Last year, you had a chance to really step in and make some key contributions. Where do you feel like you fit in this year?
This year, I've just been working on building confidence, being a better player. Really, Braxton makes everything easy, so he does a lot of things for us that makes us look good.
How excited are you for this upcoming season?
I'm very excited. We've worked hard all summer. We're just taking it one day at a time, trying to get better.
How much do you feel like you were able to learn from Mitch last year? Obviously, him leaving, there's still a strong receiving core here, but everybody's role probably enhances a little bit with his absence. Do you feel like you were able to learn some things and kind of work on your own game enough that'll help you more comfortable as the fall gets underway?
Right. Mitch was like a big brother. He was always hands-on, so he taught me a lot of things when it comes to this game of football. He taught me how to not just focus on the things on the field, but also off the field. So that means film work, getting in with coaches, asking questions, just being more vocal. So I learned a lot from Mitch.
And also, your guys' playoff run again last year, being a part of that, does that kind of make you a little hungrier coming into this year, wanting to get back to that point and hopefully further on?
Right. Well, we're just taking it one day at a time, just making sure we're focusing on the little things, being better each day. So, like I said, we're just working on getting better, being as good as we can, and just staying focused.
Coach, this year, some new faces, but some guys getting their turn this year. Offensively, where do you see maybe some of the strengths or some of the improvements this year?
I'm really excited about the depth that we have. When you look at the board, there's a lot of guys that were in the 2 deep last year. A couple new faces and some transfers that should fill in some holes and add some more depth. But really, I'm excited about the guys that are coming back and how they've progressed through the spring and through the summer. I feel really good about where those guys are at.
You talk a little about that. Obviously, you use a really talented, long-time performer here in Mitch, really good hands and just a level of toughness. But you get the feeling like a lot of these guys were able to learn a lot from him in their time with him, and that they'll use that to enhance their own games.
Yeah, Mitch is going to be a great coach once he continues to get into that. He's helping out of high school right now. He was that way with those guys from the time he was here all the way through the time he left. Even in the spring, he helped out with those guys. So they definitely learned a lot from him, learned a lot from just watching him play. And Mitch is a guy that as he progressed through the years, I mean, his numbers were always really good, but if you watch his technique and the way he developed, he grew. And I think that's something that has been imprinted on those young guys, is that every year you have to get better, you have to take the next step. And it's nice when you have a leader like Mitch who was able to show guys, this is how we do things.
Who's going to be the leader of this group?
It's going to be fun. I mean, we have 2 seniors in Mo and in Lou, and those guys have really stepped up throughout the course of the spring and into the summer with the way they've carried themselves. You always look to a guy like Justin Brown, who's going to be a guy who will be really in his 3rd year and as a starter for us. A guy like that to really step up and take the reins and ownership of a group as well. So I feel like those 3 guys right there are really going to share that load that you had from Mitch as a leader last year.
And just for this group, obviously last year coming into camp, Braxton was going to be the starter, but he was still getting his feet wet and really learning how to do things. How much do you think that extra year of experience for him will translate into hopefully a lot of success for your guys as well?
You see a mastery in him. You see a complete control of the offense from him now. It's not something he's learning. It's something he's taking the reins and running with. You know, we joke around and say he's got to drive the bus. He's getting the feel for it. You know, he understands what buttons to push, you know, where he needs to, back away a little bit, where to attack. And as he continues to grow, it's going to just continue to be more and more of that mastery of the offense.
1, 2, 3.